Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Greg from Raider Nation iPod broadcast. Yes, this is our first show, the original, the only iPod Raider Nation broadcast. Coming to you from the Bay Area, beautiful California, right up a little bit north of the Oakland Coliseum, the home of the Oakland Raiders. I'm really happy to be out here tonight. I'm really happy to talk to y'all and really happy to share some news with you guys. This broadcast is meant to fill in the Raider Nation on details that may not want to have to dig through mounds and mounds of work and paper and reading to find about the Raiders. It's hard to get inside information even here in the Bay Area. We'll be going from program to program with different content, different looks at the Raiders, sometimes offensively, defensively, coaching, many aspects. We'll be looking at gossip around the NFL. This show will be very diverse. There'll be a lot of information that you're not going to be able to pick up on your normal Channel 7, Channel 2 newscasts. So I hope you tune in, and I hope you enjoy the broadcast, because I enjoy talking about the Raiders. I am a true Raider fan. I bleed silver and black and enjoy talking about my team. And if you are a Raider fan, that's how you feel about the Raiders. Raider fans stand 4 hours in the rain to watch their team be victorious over the Kansas City Chiefs, like me and my wife did just a couple of years ago. Raider fans love the tailgate. You guys have to come out to the tailgate. You guys have to come out. Wherever you are in the world. I know there's Raider fans all over the world. When you say silver and black, that stands for only one thing: the Raiders. So tonight we're going to talk about defense. We're going to talk about what everyone else has been talking about is the Raider defense. Well, we all know it sucked last year. It sucked bad. We were watching it. I was watching it. I was watching the game after game when they looked like they showed just a little bit of promise, and every third down they'd throw. Boom! First down. Anybody. The Saints, the Chiefs, the Broncos, anybody who played us. Well, the Raiders try to change that this year. Let me just tell you how that works. Rob Ryan, second-year coaching, heading the defense for the Oakland Raiders, is being very well looked at and a close eye from Al Davis. Big Al wants this thing handled, and he put the money out this year because the Raiders went to the draft for their defensive players. We did get Derek Burgess in a free agent deal. He is an aggressive, big, angry man who sacked Michael Vick, twice in the playoff game last year. So this guy is quick. If he can get Vic, he can get most anybody. And you know we all needed the pass rush last year. If you watched any games, you definitely knew that. We had none. And that put all the pressure on our cornerbacks and our safeties. It was tragic to see. So in the draft, we got Fabian Washington. He was one of the fastest guys at the combine. And you know how Al likes speed. He's a cornerback from Nebraska, a young kid, but he's very tall, and he's like 6'6". And so is the next guy I want to talk to you about, Stafford Rout. He's another tall kid. This guy's a runner. He was a track star. The Raiders think they can make this guy into a good cornerback too. And Fabian Washington, he's a good kid. I think these are two good prospects. I hope they can come in and make a difference right away. Very difficult for a rookie to do in the NFL these days. It's a very technical game. So, Ryan Riddle is another one of the rookies they picked up this year. He's an outside linebacker from Cal. Expecting a lot out of this kid because he's so small. He's a small guy. I think he's only 220. But he's reasonably quick, and he's got some skill. They look for him to make the team, they're hoping. I hope he makes the team. He's a good kid. Cal had a great defense last year, and I think he's got a good attitude as well. We saw him on ESPN. So we look forward to good things from him. Kirk Morrison. Now here's somebody who's a local Bay Area kid. He's a local Bay Area favorite, actually. He grew up in the Bay Area, and he has been a Raiders fan his whole life. That makes a big difference. He was very good in the Senior Bowl this year that was coached by Norv Turner, and also the Tampa Bay coach. We don't want to mention his name because he used to be our coach, and I'm not going to mention it, so there. Ha! Okay, Morrison will most likely play at the right side linebacker, as what Ryan was saying. If he makes the team, which they're all thinking he's going to make the team, could too. He's very fast, and he's very good, and he's got a great attitude and work ethic, and I think the Raiders defense need that kind of kid on their team to make things happen. Now, I don't know how to pronounce this kid's name. This is a boomer bust pick. I don't know why the Raiders did this, but maybe they saw something in this kid. Who knows? His name is Antaja Hawthorne. I think that's what it's Antaaj. Now, you're going to have to help me out on that name. And if he was here, I'm sorry I destroyed your name. You can give me a call anytime. I can take all the criticism, trust me. He's a defensive tackle from Wisconsin. We picked him up, but he would have been in the top 15, I think, of the draft. But, we picked him up in the 6th round. The reason he fell so much in the draft was not only did his performance reduce his senior year, his grades, I think, did as well. But the thing that happened, he got caught with the sticky mean green. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, testing positive for marijuana. Sounds like a little Ricky thing going on here, a little Ricky Williams situation. I hope not, because he's very aggressive. He's a good football player. I think we need to have the Raiders put this kid's head on straight. I hope we can do it. Well, those are the things that, let's see, those are the rookies we got going on. Rookies take a couple years to develop in the league. You can't really expect somebody to come in a rookie year. However, it has happened. Come in to make a big impact. But the Raiders are putting their money on that. They're hoping that we have a lot of production. Now, last year we did have Grant Irons. He was an excellent player. He was a linebacker, very aggressive, and he played very well and played a lot of games toward the end of the season. We look a lot for Grant Irons. We look a lot from production from Grant. I think he's going to be a good player. Watch that kid. I'm telling you right now, he's going to be somebody to keep an eye on. His dad played for the Raiders, so he's also a special case. Raiders is a family organization. I want to tell you that it's no joke. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen it up close here in the Bay Area at the games. It's a pretty neat thing. It's a great thing to be a Raider fan, and all you Raider fans out there know that. I'm proud to be able to tell you about this stuff that's going on with the Raiders. And my opinion, of course, is my opinion. And I try to back all that up with fact because I look at the Raiders websites, every single piece of information I can grab off the computer and anything on the inside I can get. So let's get back to the defense. Now, Rob Ryan, this is his second year on the defense as the coach. His first year, he tried to put a lot of schemes in because he switched the 3-4 and the 4-3. So, and if you want to do that, ladies and gentlemen, you have to know both defenses, and they're very technical. And his defenses were Einsteinish, if you know what I'm saying, very, very technical. And that's why we saw the players run out to the field. They didn't know where they're going to stand. They didn't know where to go. And when the play happened, that's why we got burned so many times because coverage got dropped. Long story short, Rob Ryan blew the defensive scheme last year in his first year. But Al Davis is keeping an eye on this guy, I'm sure, because coaches don't last long in the Raider Nation at the Raider Central in Alameda if they're not producing, and especially important coaches like the defensive coach. This guy's got to get it together. Now at the combine this year, he was talking, and he said that he was going to simplify the defense and make the positions a lot more player friendly. And I don't know what that means. I think that means to me, personally as a fan, that he's going to let these guys play their normal positions. Warren Sapp, Ted Washington. Everybody needs to be playing their normal positions. And if that's the case, I can't see it for sure, because I'm telling you, it looked like a 4-3 for a while there, and then we got some 3-4 players. So the defense is still up in the air this year. I'm not positive. I just hope he stays with the 4-3, strike that. 4-3 is our defense. The Raiders have done very well with the 4-3. We have the majority of the defensive line is a 4-3 line. Our linebackers, we don't have strong enough ones for a 3-4. I'm hoping that he sees that. Now, if he doesn't see it, well, I don't know. We'll see what Big Al thinks. The media is picking us this year, 2005 season, to be 23rd. I always love to rub it in the media's face when we kick the living daylights out of them. Because this is what happened the year we went to the Super Bowl. Every game, the Raiders are going to drop it. The Raiders are going to drop it. The Raiders are going to drop it. And we kept winning. And you know what? That's the best thing about being a fan sometimes, because you just look at everybody and go, what up? Look at the Raiders. They're winning. And you know what? It's a great, great feeling. So that's about it about the Raiders. We do have some NFL news around the league. One other thing that's kind of interesting, all you Dallas Raider fans that like Dallas Cowboys too, because the Dallas Cowboys and the Oakland Raiders have a very good relationship, because Jerry Jones and Al Davis are both entrepreneurs, they're football guys, and they're rebels. And that's what keeps those guys in owners. That keeps those other sharp guys, the Sharks, the other owners, in line. Because I think Al Davis and Jerry Jones both, keep things real there in NFL. Long story short, Dallas Cowboys may be practicing this fall at the Alameda facility. There's been hints of it, and I think that the Dallas Cowboys are going to take a vacation to California this fall to practice with the Oakland Raiders. Great thing. That's a good thing. It's helped this team in the past. I've seen it happen, and it'll help the team again. What else is happening around the league? Well, let's see. Jerry Rice. Yes, there's a name we all know and love and have been hearing for way too long. I think the guy should retire myself, but guess what? He's going to Denver. Yes, that's true. Rice and Shanahan had little meetings. Their people met with their people, and it looks like, yes, Shanahan the Rat is going to be taking Jerry Rice with him this season. Well, it looks like we're going to see old Jerry twice this year. And yes, indeed, we're going to see him play against the Oakland Raiders. Let's see, is there anything else in the news here I can think about? Let me go through my paper. We got that. Let me just say right now while I'm looking through my newscasts here, what a pleasure it is to share with you the information that I glean from everywhere I can, because some people, I realize, don't even get a chance to see anything about the Raiders. And I hope that the information that I'm giving you is information that you like and that you appreciate. Because if you're a true fan, man, there's nothing like hearing about your team. Especially in the off season when it's kind of hard to keep up with them. They're out of the media and no one's talking about them. But we're talking about them right here on the Raider Nation iPod broadcast. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I hope that you'll come with us again to the Raider Nation, where we will explore the team and the transactions that are happening. Good night now.